Okay, people, Canelo Alvarez and Triple G just had, about an hour ago, the fight ended, maybe less, an epic battle that we should all be proud of if you are boxing fans, even if you're a casual boxing fan, even if the likes of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, supposed super fight a couple of years ago, put you to sleep. We all survived the Conor McGregor experiment against Floyd Mayweather, but this is the real deal, folks. I'm talking about Triple G. I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez having the fucking fight of the year, without a doubt, in my book, as far as a high-profile fight, or even any type of fight. Wonderful. Brilliant. The poetry of violence. Both men coming out, hitting hard, very little backpedaling from either man. It really looked like Canelo Alvarez, from the beginning, was synced in with what exactly he wanted to do. And although the statistics, the fight punch box numbers, whatever the fuck, will read for Triple G's favor, as far as more punches thrown and more landed, from my eyes, but perhaps I was influenced by Jim Lampley and Max, maybe Canelo did strike harder. However, how the fuck is anyone supposed to know? I mean, we're not in there accepting these blows, and furthermore, you don't really judge. I mean, how do you judge if a punch hit harder? That being said, I will say that Canelo getting the decision, I'm not opposed to that. It was a majority decision, which gives a little bit of a credence to the fact that it was a very close fight, razor thin. If it was scored in either direction, I don't think there'd be much protesting. If it went to Triple G, I could see there'd be more protesting and more people pushing for a third fight. This is a fight where there is no losers. The fighters are winners. The fans are winners. Everyone's a goddamn winner. Hopefully both men have their financial planners in good shape to make sure that they're duly rewarded for their efforts. This is the type of fight, unfortunately, just that it's got to take some damage on someone in the long term. Who the hell knows? But taking those types of punishments, those blows, those punches to the fucking noggin, to the body, both men were bloodied. Not a bloody mess, but both men were bloodied. This is the type of fight you could put up there with Leonard Hearns, the first one. Even the second one, Leonard Hearns, wasn't bad. The middleweights. I mean, this was a celebration of the middleweight division, what it's always been. Probably the division more so than the heavyweight division that's been consistent in boxing for great fighters. The division of Hagler and everybody. Did De La Hoya fight middleweight? Or was he a little bit lighter at times? I can't remember. Was Bernard Hopkins, wasn't he a fucking middleweight? Troy Jones Jr. and so forth. Screw me if I'm getting the names wrong. Vinny Pazienza, my personal friend. Okay? A 50-win fighter. Nice to see Canelo hit that 50-win mark. Triple G leaving the ring. There was, I thought, based on the way that these guys fought, and Triple G restrained himself from taking a cheap shot on Canelo in the 12th and final round. Canelo had a slip that got him to a knee. If Triple G wanted to, he could have taken an open cheap shot, and by that point in the fight, probably would not have gotten a disqualification so deep into it. But he did not do that because he's a man of honor. This fight was all about honor, respect. Unlike, no offense, a couple of years ago, me spending an abundant amount of money, or my father, thanks to Messier for paying for me and a friend to see the Pacquiao fucking Mayweather experiment or horrendous thing that it was, this fight lived up to the hype and beyond. And now then, a third fight. Well, that would seem to be the thing to do, and I think it probably will happen. But I'm going to be honest, I don't particularly need it as a fan, and I'll tell you why. And Max would probably be the only one, Max from the commentary team of First Take, and I don't know if anyone saw Molly Quirtum Rose on Friday morning, but she looked happily buoyant and married, and that's a compliment. Can't believe that Jalen Rose scored that, but he did. But in any fucking event, my point of the whole situation was just to say, I got distracted thinking about Molly on Friday morning. She looked so good from Las Vegas, and I didn't see Stephen A. Smith at this show. I'm sure he was there. You saw Charles Barkley in the audience. What's there to say about this thing? I did not see the undercard live as it happened. I was actually, believe it or not, at a live event. I was the press pass for a really good Muay Thai encounter, okay? About 8 fights, really good fights at something called Lion Fight. So if people like Muay Thai, if you're just a junkie of MMA or fight sports, combat sports, whatever the hell you want to call it, Muay Thai at its finest by lionfight.com, and I'm sure we're going to see more from that group. Muay Thai fighting in the ring. About 8 big fights I saw tonight. They were all very enjoyable. No women's fights, but 8 fights nonetheless. And in a ring, not a cage, and it was quite a nice show. Moving forth back to our issue at hand, whatever the fuck I'm talking about, this fight, this CaneloGGG, it made you proud to be a human being, made you proud to be a man, made you proud to be a citizen of the world. When 2 people dug deep into the recesses of their souls, their spirits, their bodies, their minds, and had a fight that you can look at and say that I'm proud of that. Okay, and as far as a third fight, what I was getting at, I don't really know if we need a third fight, and I'll tell you why. Max would probably agree with this. I'm going in circles here, folks. I don't think we need damage to Triple G. He's 36 years old. If they would have another fight, probably to have it on Cinco de Mayo would be the thing to do. Triple fight, whatever the fuck, Cinco de Mayo. Other than that, I would say please don't do it. Don't wait another year. But honestly, and look, he looked great, okay? I'm sure beyond Canelo Alvarez, there's not a man alive, heavyweight or not, that fucking Triple G couldn't have beaten tonight, besides Alvarez by decision. But I'd hate to see this guy suffer permanent damage. I'd hate to see this guy just take one too many punches to the fucking head. But you gotta have the feeling that Triple G, Canelo 3 will be on Cinco de Mayo, which is the international boxing holiday. That's where they put the biggest fight of the year traditionally. It's just kind of happened the last 10 or 15 years. What's next for me to say? I stood up and applauded. I went to this, I happened to be in the casino, the Foxwoods, and I don't know, 300 people, maybe more, maybe 400, and people were cheering audibly. I mean, this was an event, even to see it with an audience like that. We weren't at the arena, but we were cheering this giant screen. A lot of fun. People who do the pay-per-view thing, you're dropping $60, $70, whatever the fuck, for one fight in the comfort of your own home. If you want an alternative to that, go to a public place where they have the fight. And, you don't have to sit there with a bucket of chicken wings with some asshole at the fucking bar. You can go to a nice theater like the Foxwoods Theater and enjoy the fight with other people that are like-minded individuals, as they say. So that's the fucking point of the whole goddamn thing. The fight was an A+ fight. No problem with the decision. If it went the other way, I'd probably have no problem with that, but others might. Really just a great fucking fight. If you saw it, you enjoyed it, and this gets us over that dry heave of the fucking Klitschko's and fucking Mayweather. This is real fucking action. MikeMessier.com.